Well, good day everybody, Steve from Mudduck's 4-Drive Touring. This video is an old one that we were lucky enough to shoot with 4-Drive Action and Graham Cahill. And thankfully, 4-Drive Action had given me permission to edit this and put this up on the channel. So it's quite a while ago, but I hope you enjoy it. Cheers, talk to you soon.
The Watagans, a 4-wheel drive mecca, held in high esteem by 4-wheel drivers around the country. Now, I'd been warned about the car-eating tracks, and I wish I could say that fear did not weary me. But with Shorty by my side, bring it on. We pushed these 4-bies to their limits, and not all of them made it through to the other end. Joining me on this trip is regular Tim Bates in his 2002 GU Patrol. Like a fish out of water outside of the Victorian High Country, we're going to prove to Tim that the rest of Australia does have worthwhile 4-wheel driving to offer too.
G'day guys, how are you?
Josh.
Graham, pleased to meet you mate.
Josh and Jess are always down here exploring the area. They'll be leaving the Convoy in their 99 Petrol 100 series.
I think it'll be fun, exciting.
Different experience.
Now, everything I've heard about this place suggests you don't need to go too far off this black stuff before you're into the good stuff.
No, you don't have to. The tracks are only probably 5 kilometres worth of tar.
Now, I was watching the news last night. They reckon it's the wettest month you've had here since 1953.
It's going to make it very slippery and difficult.
While they've done a heap of touring around this big country of ours, Steve and Kaz are actually Watagan locals that have done very little exploring around their own backyard.
How are you?
Good. How are you going, mate?
And would you believe that Steve and Karen met on the job? They're both bus drivers.
Yeah, manoeuvrability in a bus is something to be seen, as you'd imagine, but after that, jumping into the 4-wheel drive, it's nice and small, really. Who's got that 100 series, that silly sticker?
Me.
What does it say?
It says Nissan Recovery Vehicle. I reckon we'll be pulling you out, mate.
How are you, Phil?
Hey, Jamie.
How are you?
How are you, mate? Good to see you.
Long time no see.
Jamie and his family are obsessed with 4-wheel driving and have travelled extensively in the top end and in their backyard, the Glasshouse Mountains. Having driven a Defender for 16 years, Jamie has recently upgraded to a brand spanking 130 model.
Yeah, it'd be a great push for this. I take the old Land Rover 130 I've got, but this time we're going to take the new one out. It's brand new, it hasn't been off the road yet.
Yeah, just mainly a recovery vehicle for Nissan and Toyotas.
Well, I reckon you're better put your money where your mouth is. I'm the only one that's got nothing to prove here. It's your backyard, you're full of confidence, you reckon you've driven everything. Tim comes from the high country. I come from a place that's as flat as this table and doesn't get any rain. Let's say we go and have a look at it, eh?
Excellent, that's great.
Check it out.
So, where are we heading right now, bud?
We're heading on the Cut Rock Road.
Cut Rock Road. What's it like, mate? What can I expect?
With all this rain, we've had lots of mud and slippery clay.
That sounds like about as much fun as you can have with your clothes on, mate. Let's get stuck into it.
The Watagans is an absolute maze of tracks, and you could spend a lifetime exploring this place. We're going to be keeping to the northern part of the region, and we'll be in the Watagan State Forest and also the National Park. After meeting in Kurrambong, our first track will be Cut Rock Road, and from there, we're going to snake around with our final destination being Heaton's Lookout.
We're just airing down here on the side of the track. I found myself an old thread here with a quote from this very area. I'll read it out for you. It says, "People, please note this is real 4-wheel drive or disposable car country. These tracks can and will eat lesser cars for breakfast." Those aren't exactly words of encouragement, but it does sound like a challenge, and I'm up for that. Look at this for a track. I can't even walk up the darn thing, mate. Like, clocking your car up here. You can see where other people have had a go.
Putting the blocks up.
There's no way you drive that without some rocks.
Take the angle up through the side there.
You bum about there,
Yeah.
and come up over that there with this. Might just be doable. We'll need a spotter.
Yeah.
A little bit nervous, but quite excited about it.
Now, Josh isn't quite sure the name of this track, or look, even if it has a name, but it's off Plank Hill Road and comes out again on Cut Rock Road.
Yeah, she's a bit slippery. Hang on, mate, I'll come up and have a look. Hold her there.
In fact, this is probably a complete and utter waste of time, but I'll even put the slopey side towards you.
Right, I reckon that's you. I'll get out of your way.
Look up here with their safety in numbers.
Beautifully done. Look at you. Josh, before you come up here, mate, I might just...
Get rid of this bad boy for you. Because what, your tyres are what, what'd you say, 500 k's old?
Yeah, brand new tyres. I don't want that stick going through them.
Could be a dog of a thing to get out of there. Is she in there? If anyone makes a wisecrack about me not using the sharp end. Whoopsie daisy, whose axe is this? See how you go on that, mate. If I've got to pack it more, I will.
Nice angle.
Just go back a bit. Keep it going, keep it going.
Hold it there, mate. That's your line there, mate.
That's it, that's it, that's it. That's it. Hang on, hang on.
Close, close.
I reckon if we can just get him up over that tree root.
Give me another crack, mate. Beautifully done, mate. Beautifully done.
Mate, it's your call completely. But if I had panels like that on Shorty, I reckon I'd pack this up and winch myself up this.
Okay, mate. Yeah, if you think so.
This was where a sense of team really started to form, with everyone pitching in.
Yeah, we're building a track, making it easy for those Nissans. The winch button doesn't work to release, it only comes back in, the winch is playing up. You'll need another shackle to put onto the recovery point under the bull bar. Can you get us a coffee or something too, please?
But I'm going to get out of the way, mate, and I'll let you go for it.
If we get weight on that cable too close to that tree and I can't go forward anymore,
Oh, you cactus, aren't you?
we're stuffed.
Well, we've come across a little bit of a problem here, a little bit of a snag. Josh's winch won't winch out under tension. Now what that means is that we can get him up over that rock step, but he's going to be flush up with this tree and we're going to need him to winch out under tension so we can undo all the gear so he can drive off. So what we're going to do is try and pack up that rock step. He is that close to being able to drive up that. If he can do that, then we can get him up here without rearranging and trying to put another anchor point out. We have got a small anchor point up here. It's a little bit iffy. I don't want to be using it to drag him up over that rock step.
All right, let's see how that goes, I think.
Righto, Josh, mate. Go for it.
That's the way.
Woohoo! Good drive. 4 to go.
There's my camera. There's all sorts of bits and pieces in there. There's my stable table.
Alrighty, let's see what the big high country man makes of this challenge. The main problem Tim's got here, of course, is that he's got a long wheelbase vehicle and he's getting stuck in the ruts that have been made by everybody else.
What once was a 4-lane has been reduced to rubble.
Righto, take another crack.
We'll build it up again, we'll see if we can get a little bit higher.
Boys could start their own quarry up here, I reckon. They're just about dragging rocks out of everywhere they can find them at the minute.
Now we're looking more. This is a work of art. If I look from this way, it's a swan.
Bloody mirror's gone now.
You're a rodeo rider in another age, weren't you, mate?
Yeah, go get up there and I'll winch you up, mate.
That'll do you.
You're not filling me with confidence, Tim.
Hey?
And that's you right there, mate. Righto, mate. Let that winch cable out and I'll pack everything up. You can drive from there.
There we go. We're up.
Well, this little rock step is proving to be a little trickier than we thought. Of course, it's changing every time a four-wheel drive comes up here. You can see divots here that weren't there when we got here, and as the wheelbases on each truck change, everyone's finding they've got their own battles. Shorty made it look a bit easier because I was halfway up when I was over the top. It was all over for me. Whereas the longer wheelbase trucks, they are struggling a little bit because they're still in the ruts, even when their top wheels are up the top of this. So it's a little bit trickier for them. We've got 2 long wheelbases to go. We've only got about an hour of light left. Let's see how these guys go.
Good work, Steve and Kaz. Nearly got there.
Righto, mate, that's your line. Righto, mate, we're just going to hook you up to this little tree up here. Just pop you up over the top, that's all you need. Now, I know earlier on I said I didn't want to use this particular tree to do a full recovery, but if you can imagine, what we've got here in this scenario is that rock step there. Rather than having a vehicle here, we're having to pull the vehicle up and then over the rock step, the vehicle's almost over it. So all we've got to do now is just pop those back wheels over, so the pull force is significantly less. Everyone's clear? The winch when ready. That'll do you, that'll do you.
Okay.
Don't keep in the back of your mind the fact this is the very...
The
challenge begins.
Right about now, I'm feeling a bit nervous.
Righto, mate. I can fill that hole in again.
Yeah, we'll have another go.
Straight. I hope this ends well.
Right, Bruce.
Can I do one more?
You can do 10 more.
Are we ready?
I was born ready.
Oh, so was I.
Yeah, that's reverse, that one.
Full force ahead or behind. Oh, crikey.
Sugar. Free to have another go if you want. Yeah, get.
The defender's hung up on the side rails.
Yeah, we might pop you up over the top, eh?
The darkness has really taken me by surprise. 1 minute, the sun was setting. The next was pitch black.
Keep going. You're up, hold there.
Happy with that.
Yeah, happy with that? Mate, absolutely awesome. I'll take my hat off to you. That was tops. Well, that is day 1 of the trip on a track that we all just looked at and went, we'll just zip up there, head down here to camp, maybe even take in another track on the way. We've been here for hours, and I am starting to get a deep respect for this part of the country because of that is what was planned for day 1. It's not even on the maps really. And if that's what day 1 got for us, I'll tell you what, the rest of this trip has got me very excited. But for now, let's get to camp, get a fire going, get a meal on, and maybe even have a beverage.
What a glorious day. The sky's blue, the sun's shining. I tell you what, I could really get used to this.
Folks, it goes without saying that if you had a campfire last night, you've got to put it out in the morning. Now, our campfire, I'm almost 100% sure is out. The big trouble is the embers underneath there could still be alight, so I'm not going to take that chance. If you needed any more incentive, most of the state forests and national parks around Australia are happy to dole out fines for fires left unattended when you leave camp, so don't take that chance.
Hey guys, if you look to your right, coming up here, there's a wishing well. That's where there used to be a natural spring for the timber workers where they got their water from.
Yeah, righto. I've turned it into a little wishing well for the kids, eh?
Yeah, everyone to throw all their money in.
Actually, no, this area here is a really good demonstration of just how well nature can regenerate itself, because of course, during World War II, this whole area through here was stripped of its softwoods because it was found that they made for an extremely good wood source for the rifles and also the Mosquito aeroplanes. So all this Watagan area was completely stripped. To look at it today though, you wouldn't have a clue, would you?
Guys, coming up here, we've got a nice little section of track I think Jess should have a go at.
We're having a driver change.
Yep, about time she had a go.
And the lesson begins.
So, Jeff, as
You jump in the hot seat there. Have you, what's your off-road experience?
Pretty much none.
No need to be nervous. I'm sure you're in good hands up there, but I'll give you about 16 car lengths.
just in case, how's that sound?
So put it in low range. Put it
Yes.
in, yep, pull that back.
This one
Put-
or that one?
Pull it a little
Low range all the way.
and flat out. Alright, go. Give it to it. Beautiful.
Handled like a pro. Look at you go.
Oh well, if she could do it, this is going to be an absolute breeze.
This is fun.
Guys, hello? A bit of gentle persuasion and Shorty's out.
Just stay to the right of that tree root. That's it. Beautiful.
How well is Jess doing? She's as cool as a cucumber too.
I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I don't think I didn't have a smile on my face for 1 minute of that.
Have a look at this weather, eh?
Absolutely beautiful today.
Couldn't ask for better. Glorious.
For once, the rain was staying away, and that is just the way I like it. Looks like Josh couldn't stay out of the driver's seat for very long.
Like musical chairs, here.
I don't think Josh thought that through. You see, Jess really enjoyed her first go at four-wheel driving, so now he's always going to have to fight for the driver's seat.
Hit pretty hard then.
Slip sliding on.
Didn't realise you had such a hidden talent, Tim. Now this really is spectacular fun four-wheel driving.
Okay guys, we've arrived at this bog hole. I'm going to go really slow as I drop down into it, and as I come out the other side I'm going to give it the berries to get out of there.
Sounds like a pretty solid plan, mate. I'll watch you and see how you go. Is it off Canberra or is it pretty level all the way down?
It's pretty level all the way down, but the first drop-in's very steep as you drop down into it.
Always a fun manoeuvre in a short wheelbase vehicle.
Okay, here we go, I'm about to hit it.
This bog hole reminds me of a mini gunshot, only it's freezing cold outside.
Might be interesting little shorty on this one.
Once those front wheels hit the bottom, I wasn't about to waste any time on moving forward again.
Nearly lost me sunnies.
Looks like no one else is hanging around either. That's it, get on through.
Okay guys, we're going to be turning right up here on the Creek Road.
What can we expect out of this one, Josh?
Oh, a few bog holes and a bit more slippery stuff, I think.
This is where it gets interesting though. Come around here. Have a look at that.
Might need every bit of traction Oba got at our disposal on this one, I think.
Have you done this track before?
Long time ago.
Is there anything up there to winch off?
Yeah, a long way up around the corner. Nothing just here.
Yeah, right. This is, we're going to need it about here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of no talking going on.
Everyone's scared.
Now, the main difficulty with this section of track is that there are 4 distinct areas you're going to have to tackle, each one requiring a different approach. Whilst we're assessing the track, a few bike riders turned up to give it a go. After seeing them really struggle, especially the poor bloke who was riding for the first time, we really started to have our doubts.
Ready?
Ready.
Advice straight car.
So when I heard that noise, I was standing quite close to the situation at the time. First thing I thought of was definitely going to be a CV or something like that.
Hey, what do you reckon we winch you from here?
Righto.
The times I've heard a CV go, it's just one bang,
Yep.
and you're done. Yours was a bang, then a grinding sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could just be a hub, but we're not going to know whilst it's sitting there.
Now we're going to have to try and get it.
We might know when you get it up there.
That was, it was really devastation, really, because that slowed everything down and it shut us all down a fair bit because, we didn't know what was around the next corner before we got to it.
I need about another 3 metres, mate.
There you go.
We're going to need another tree truck.
Time to get the 100 up to the top so we can give it a proper diagnosis. But this isn't going to be easy.
Mate, we'll just get you to take the slack up.
Okay, mate, we are all clear. Winch when ready.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
I don't know about you, but for me, it's always such a downer when someone's pride and joy sustains damage on a trip.
Just whack all your brakes on and let that winch cable down and see if you can...
Oh, you can't, can you? All right, take your. Can you take your centre out?
Alright, centre diff locks out.
Give that a bill.
Doesn't sound good.
That sounds unreal.
Yeah, I felt really bad for the guy because I've broken some parts on trucks before and nobody likes doing it, but once you're there, you've got no choice.
That's a world of hurt because he can't come out on his winch. Remember, he can't roll his spool, he can't spool out under load on the winch. Yeah, you're right on that hole there.
I'm back in low now. I can ease the motor into it.
Yeah, you'll have to, because that...
You just tell me if the winch stops. If it stops, I don't know what to do. As long as that winch keeps turning,
We're good.
we're good.
Yeah. Let's cross everything we got.
Righto, mate. Here I go.
Like crikey, it's working.
Hopefully, the damage is something we can fix relatively easily.
I don't like that noise.
Keeps scaring Graham.
Woo!
Done it.
Once we get that wheel off, what we're really hoping to find is a broken hub or perhaps even a CV, because these can be fixed tonight. If it's anything in deeper, well, that's Josh out of the game.
Well, it's not that. That's what I was hoping was the problem.
We should really check the hub on the other side.
Yep.
Because if it's not hub either side, CV.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Whilst Josh was checking the other hub, us guys have to get a move on if we want to be up here before dark.
I'm fairly confident. I reckon I can do this, but it ain't over till you're at the top. So let's give this a crack. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. You fell off on me.
Looks like Tim is not holding back. He's using that right foot and he's gathering momentum.
Woo-hoo! You're in a hurry for something, mate. I tell you what, I could see that front locker working.
Given the wheel length on Jamie's Defender, the back's still going to be around the corner when the front's getting up over the top.
Well, that was absolutely sensational. Some found it a little easier than others. As you can see, I'm still finding it a bit tricky just to walk up here. But we all made it at the top, and that's the important thing. However, I still don't know what's going on with Josh and Jess's vehicle, so I'm going to pop up there now and say g'day to those two and see what's going on. I've got my fingers crossed that it's just a hub or even just a CV, something simple that we can fix tonight. Let's go and have a look.
Geez, we're going to have to tell you. Better have a chat to Graham maybe.
What's the go, mate?
I think the crown wheel's gone on the diff.
No, that's game over.
That's it, she's over.
We've still got to get out of here yet.
Got to get out of here, yeah. Nice couple of steep hills to try and get out in two-wheel drive.
Well, I guess we better change that convoy. I better get in front of you then.
You better get in front. The only thing is, I can't have a Nissan Tell me because I still lose my sticker and my diff.
It's a good point, that. So,
Geez, you're in trouble, pal.
Yeah. How about you get you out of here and we'll get up to camp and see how we go?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
It is just not an ideal situation. We're all feeling really bad for Josh and Jess. Hopefully, they'll be able to drive up and out of this track and make it back to camp.
Even though we did damage our car, that's the beauty of this place. You can still carry on your trip while the others can go off and have a bit of fun.
Well, as you can see, they made it all the way back to camp without my help, which means they get to keep their sticker. As you can imagine, while setting up camp, the mood, it's pretty sombre. After a while, our spirits started to rise again.
I believe I can fly.
I'm lousy with onions. I can't cook for crap. And here we are doing onions. Fear shall not hold me back, eh?
That's good.
Have a look at those steaks and boy did they smell good.
Bad luck about your breakdown today, mate.
You're telling me.
Mate,
Not good at all.
I feel for you. I broke down 300 k's outside Birdsville on the Cordillera Downs track, spat the axle out of the truck and not real happy about it. And I'm sitting there thinking, what am I going to do here? And I got on the amateur radio and wound up talking to a guy in Perth who rang my mechanic up and they had a bit of a relay session and from that I got told how to fix me car and got it into Birdsville. But if I hadn't had HF, I'd have been in real trouble. So,
I was lucky.
Yeah, I was pretty lucky to have that.
So in that respect, how reliable is it if you had to contact someone in Perth?
You'll usually find somebody if you're around the right time of the day. You will anyway. So, yeah, middle of the day from where we were, Perth's actually quite a good distance.
Sure, sure. And that's with your setup you've got now?
Yeah, I can just get on that radio that's in the car now and go berserk. So,
what are the chances of us picking up someone overseas right now?
what time is it? Oh, it'd be half okay.
Can you show us how it works?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, I'm dead keen.
Not a problem. Yeah, good evening. Name is Steve, Sierra Del Tango Echo Victor Echo. I'm portable in the Watagan Mountains from VK2 Uniform Delta Portable.
Good on you, Steve. Yeah, I know the Watagans very well. I've four-wheel drived up and down through there quite a few times.
Is this just the head unit? Or
yeah, that's just the head
so
unit.
So you've got some sort of massive...
Actually, it's not that big. If you imagine the size of that head unit, it's the same width, it's the same height, and it'd probably go into the dash about that far.
Full Global Radio Yankee, located near Nelson, top of the South Island, New Zealand. So whatever you got a copy.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Yep, there you go.
I tell you what, how about we get out of your freezing cold car, get back to that fire.
Get back to that fire, mate.
Done.
Sounds good to me.
Done.
Yeah, okay, thanks very much, fellas. It's been great. We're having a chat with you tonight, but I'm a bit cold here, so I'm going to go and sit around the fire, and we'll hopefully catch up with you all next time.
There's no nicer way to start the morning than a short stroll through the bush. It's just so beautiful in here. Really, enough to take your breath away.
There's a bit of death-defying step, isn't it?
You know, I reckon I could spend a long time in a place like this. Just me, my camera, maybe even a book or two. Absolute ripper.
So when you leave the camp, if you turn left up onto the main road, follow that until you come past the wishing well.
Yep.
And you'll turn left into just the next track after the wishing well.
Heading back down the hill.
Heading back down the hill into Green Break Road.
Green Break Road?
Green Break Road.
Now, obviously you can't follow us down that.
No, unfortunately I can't.
No. I've heard, I don't know whether you know about it, there's a lookout up here called Heaton's Lookout, I think it's called.
Yeah, there's Heaton's Lookout.
We can all meet you there, what, about 3 o'clock, so we?
Okay, we could meet there, but I think there's a better one just up the road from Heaton's Lookout.
How far is that from Heaton's?
Oh, not far at all.
We meet there, everyone's happy with that?
Good.
Meet at Heaton's at 3:30, and then you'll take us to your own personal lookout. All right, if we're not there by 3:30, something's gone pear-shaped, come and get us.
Josh and Jess, they're going to stick to the main artillery roads while we finish the trip. Josh has told me where to go. I don't mean like that either, no.
You know, I find it really quite interesting, the number of people I meet on the tracks who are running their tyre pressures too high. Not only on the tracks, I'm talking on the blacktop as well. Right now, we're on hard gravel, so I've got the Cooper STTs down to around 25 PSI, but as soon as we hit this mud later on, we go down to about 18 PSI. Think about it though, rolling resistance when it comes to tyres being underinflated can be equally as bad as tyres overinflated. So if you do have to go too low, make sure you keep your speed right down as well. How different is this track to what we've been driving? This is like a forest grove. It's completely dense and overhanging.
Yeah, very strong over canopy here, isn't it? Yeah, very tight and yeah, awesome sight though.
Quite outstanding, the diversity of tracks we're going through here. I mean, we're going from rock steps and open sort of gravel pits through to these almost, I mean, this thing's almost untouched. I can't see any tyre tracks in front of me apart from the odd motorbike.
You can always tell when something hasn't been driven in a while, when there's vegetation all across the track and wild vines getting caught up in everything. You know, it really makes me wonder what to expect up ahead.
Just on the web again here, and I've got another quote, again pertaining to the track we're currently on, which is Green Breaks Road. Let me read this out for you. It says, Green Breaks Road is suitable for touring class four-wheel drives, but take a chainsaw as it's very overgrown. Now, we're halfway through this track, and Josh has got the chainsaw. So, let's cross our fingers that we don't meet anything large. Folks, looks like there's a real rocky clayey section up here. It doesn't look too bad, I'll give it a crack first.
Well, that was not what I expected.
Yeah, I spoke too soon.
Ending up sideways on a steep slope. It's not a place to be. What I did wrong there was use the front locker when really I didn't need to.
I think we have to get a strap on this. This is a pretty dodgy angle in the old shorty. I can't see bugger all here, so...
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
Righto. I'm only just started this hill too, I've still got to get right the way up there. Guys, according to the VMS, we are a stone's throw from Martinsville Hill Road. If we turn right here, it's going to take us up to the lookout, and judging by the time, actually we'd be early if I hadn't got to that spot of bother, so it's probably a good thing because we're right on time now.
When you're in a convoy like this, it's a good idea to occasionally flick onto the loggers channel and let them know you're around. Keep an eye out on the signs that tell you which channel to use.
Hey Josh, you got a copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
We've made it, mate, we've made it. Why don't you lead on to this special lookout of yours, although I'm going to poke my head out the window as I go past and have a look at this one too. Oh, look at this.
Wowee.
Josh, how's this? Mate, absolutely sensational. That is a magical view, I tell you what. You know, when I was doing my research for this trip, scouring through the forums, looking at quotes and getting information on the Watagans, the one thing that I found common to just about every thread was that everyone said something about these fantastic views and the absolute beauty of the area. They were 100% correct, weren't they? Have a look at that as an example. But what's also blown me away is the calibre of driving out here. It's been well above my expectation. I can't wait to get back up here and try it again, but when you add to the driving, fantastic campsites and the ability to be in the Aussie bush when you're so close to suburbia, well, you can't go wrong. And how about the weather? Even that cleared up for me, which has been unusual for me. I tell you, if you add on top of all that, a fantastic group of blokes and girls to come along with, you got the icing on the cake, and I'd like to say a big thanks to Josh and Jess for putting this trip together and making it so memorable for me. As for you folks at home, we'll catch you next time for Four-Wheel Drive Action.